I have something very special today. At least for me. One thing caught my attention since the first bits of information started coming out about the new sim. And that was Icing simulation. It was one of the few things I was really missing when flying the MFSX. And now Microsoft claims we have it. But do we really? Let's start by making our own icing conditions. Iceland. It cannot get much icier than that. I'll set Reykjavik as my departure. It doesn't really matter the weather we set up here. I'll use my favorite feature of the new flight sim. And we are ready to fly. Here we are in MFS 2020. We now have the clear skies preset. And nothing happens. We need to change it to something with clouds. Now we have some nice clouds, and the best part of it that we can modify them and see the result in real time. To create icing conditions, we need very thick clouds, not very low temperature at sea level and sim magic. The plan is to take off and fly nearby the airport while climbing and waiting for the ice to form. First we need to go beyond cloud base level. All the anti-icing system are turned off for now. Once ice start to build around the aircraft's flight surfaces, the flight model should change drastically. The wing change their shape, which makes the less efficient. They create less lift, which increases the aircraft stall speed. Ice building on the propeller makes it produce less thrust. All those things combined should make for a very interesting flight. Let's not forget in the icing on the windshield. But one of the worst thing that could happen is ice building up around the pitot tube. That's essential because the pitot tube indicates the airspeed of the aircraft. Without it, the crew have no idea about their speed, if they are about to stall or overspeed. Three minutes later and we are at 8,000 feet. The temperature outside is just below freezing and we are flying IFR. We should see the ice starting to build up any moment now. And there it is. It's forming around the edges of the windshield. We are flying in icing conditions now. We just lost the pitot tube and we have no airspeed indication. The pitot tube itself is pretty small and de-icing it is not a big deal. We should be able to fix the problem by just turning on the pitot de-ice switch. And it's back on. But we still have ice building up on the wings and changing their flight characteristics. We'll continue climbing and hope to get as much ice as possible. Let's turn on the windshield de-icing so we can see what's happening with the wings. Yep, that's a lot of ice. We start seeing the effects of the ice. It's getting harder to maintain altitude even though we have the nose up trim. Turning off the windshield to ice and ice is building up again. That's high enough. Let's try to land the airplane without de-icing it. Idle the engine and we notice that we lose altitude very rapidly. That's way faster than normal. The ice on the wings is taking its toll on the performance of the aircraft.
Stall.
That was a stall warning at 120 knots.
Stall.
With flaps down for landing, the stall warnings continue. They indicate that the airflow is detached from the wing's surface. The wings no longer produce lift and we are not flying but falling. As we pass 7,000 feet, the temperature outside increases and we should start losing some of the ice. But it won't happen fast. I'll let you watch the rest of the landing while I tell you about my impressions from this flight. Do we have icing simulation? Yes. And it's amazing. For me, it's a big step in bringing realism to all the aviation enthusiasts out there. I'm very hopeful for the future with the Windows 10 model Microsoft introduced. We have the same version of Windows and we get constant new features via updates. I think it will be the same here. I guess we'll keep seeing new stuff being added to the flight sim, making it even better. But for now, keep flying and thanks for watching.